I warned you 2 weeks ago today that after the conference championship games, you would be absolutely sick and tired in a matter of days of all the nonstop hype and BS that would be coming out of New Orleans, generated by the networks and the NFL itself. I don't know about you, but I don't have to hear anything more about deer antler extracts, Ray Lewis's arm, whether or not he cheated, what he may or may not have concealed in that tragic incident following the Super Bowl a number of years ago early in his career. I don't have to hear any more comments, homophobic comments by a 49ers player and his awkward retraction after the fact. I don't have to hear any more about how New Orleans is not exactly in love with Roger Goodell either. Bottom line, all I care about is the game tonight, and that's all you should care about as well. And to that end, I'm going to tell you who's hot and who's not. I've got a money-saving discount coupon code for you as well. I also have a free play on the over-under, and I have my philosophy on prop plays to tell you about. My philosophy on this big game as well, all coming up, plus my top prop plays too in this video report. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here. This, of course, is going to be your Super Sunday report. Great day on Saturday for the majority of the handicappers again in college basketball, as it has been for the past couple of weeks, so they have certainly done their job to build your bankroll today, and I will talk about them as well in a minute. First, let me tell you, and let's start off with Craig Davis, because you know last year, Craig Davis was the only handicapper here at the site to have the New York Giants. The only guy at the site with the Giants. And today, he goes for his fifth consecutive title game winner. Your Baltimore San Francisco side, $10 better, has won $8,885 in the NFL, dating back to the end of the last season. And again, he's going for his fifth consecutive Super Sunday title game winner today. His success in the NFL should come of no surprise. As you know, he's the former president of FantasyFootball.com. His success on the gridiron, whether it be pro or college football, has been astounding since he joined this site nearly 6 years ago. And his success is also, as usual, carried over in other sports, because yesterday hit his biggest college basketball play of the season for the third straight Saturday, as he hit 50-dime basketball winner, number 7 out of 8. Going to the Big Sky Conference for a second straight Saturday. Southern Utah getting the easy win and cover against Northern Arizona. Damn, you just can't bet on those Lumberjackets and make money. I'm telling you. But $10 bettors have also, in all sports combined, over the past 10 weeks, have won $4,265 if you have followed Craig Davis's advice. And today, again, he has the side for his fifth straight title game winner. It is a 75-dime play. It is every bit as strong as his 75-dime winner on the Giants a year ago. So that should put it in perspective for you. So let me also tell you the other couple of hot handicappers you should be aware of, FYI. Scott Delaney, 100-dime NFL winner, number 10 out of 13 today. He is a perfect 2-0 with these 100-dime releases in the postseason. In fact, this is his fifth consecutive postseason winner, and today's 100-dimer is twice as strong as the 50-dime winner he gave you 2 Sundays ago with the Ravens outright at New England. All that being said, $10 bettors following Scott Delaney over the past 65 days have won $3,975. And I'll have one more tidbit about Scott Delaney in a moment, but first I want to talk about Anthony Redd. Yesterday, Anthony Redd cashed in with his second consecutive 75-dime college basketball winner in a 3-day stretch. How easy was San Diego, 14.5-point home dog, nip and tuck with Gonzaga, losing that game only by 2 on a heartbreaker for the easy cover. That was on the heels of hitting a 75-dime winner in college basketball with Illinois on Thursday night. Well, today, A-Red, his fifth consecutive winning day, happens also to be his 75-dime winner, number 3 in a row, your San Francisco-Baltimore side. So forget about the fact for just a moment that $10 bettors have won, just doing a quick little math, $9,900 in basketball, college and pro combined, over the past 2 years, because today the focus is on football for Anthony Redd. Anthony Redd, Scott Delaney, and Craig Davis are all on the same side of today's game. A-Red, Scott Delaney, and Craig Davis all on the same side of today's game. So there you go, guys. I told you at the start of the playoffs and the start of the bowl season, I would try to help you on key days, try to save you money and make you money, which is my goal every single day, but also pointing out when a couple of handicappers, if more than two, in today's case, three of them, all have major, major releases on the same side of the game. Doesn't matter who you buy, just get the play. These guys are all unloading on the same side today. And here's something for you guys. You can even save $10. I know it's the biggest day of the year. I don't care. I'm still going to save you some money because that's what I do here. Save you some money. So listen, your money saving discount coupon. Boy, if I could only speak properly this morning, huh? Your money saving discount coupon code today is going to save you $10 off a single purchase, and that coupon code is a kind of easy one, 10 Super. 10 S-U-P-E-R. Gee, where do you think I got super from? 10 super. That will save you $10 off a single purchase today. Now, as for me, guys, I am joining you today because I passed up an opportunity to be on Fox and Friends this morning on the Fox News Business News. Is it the Fox News Channel? Fox News Channel. Turned that over to Steve Budin instead because I got to be honest with you. Normally, this week in previous years, I'm doing 30 to 40 interviews. This year, 0. I just didn't care. That's really how I felt about this week of action. So that's why I'm joining you here, because I much rather be the king of my own domain on these video reports that are watched by more than anybody else in this business, because let's face it, you love the fact that I've got a goatee. And I'm also giving you free stuff all the time. So as for me, I have to just tell you my philosophy about today's game. Listen, it is just another game. There are three types of bettors that come out of the woodwork, shall we say, to bet the Super Bowl. There are the bettors that have been betting every single weekend, probably every single day of every single week in college and pro football all season long. They've been doing it for a reason. They do it with a purpose, and they know how to do it. Number two type of gambler, he is the guy that somewhere early in the season got buried, lost his bankroll. He's coming back today, and he's probably going to try to get himself back in the black with one big play. Third type of gambler, they're the casual guys. It's the Super Bowl. They're going to have a party. They're going to bet on the game because they're going to be watching it with their friends. It's like people that have no interest in horse racing. If the Triple Crown is suddenly at stake, they're going to watch all three races of the Triple Crown series. They come out of the woodwork as well. First guy knows what he's doing. The second two guys, they are the most apt to be put in a dangerous position financially, because they're betting out of desperation, or they're betting as an amateur and they don't know what they're doing. And listen, if you're the third guy that just comes out of the woodwork and you just want to bet the play today because it's the biggest game on the board, biggest game of the year, and you're going to a party and it's a small wager, great. Just don't put yourself in a financial abyss from which there is no escape. Now, again, the game itself, however, there really is no difference between today's game and a Mid-American Conference game in the third week of the season on a Wednesday night. No difference in any NFL game in the fifth week of the regular season. It is just another game. Just because it is the biggest game of the season doesn't need to be necessarily your biggest play of the season. Now, guys like Craig Davis, Anthony Redd, and Scott Delaney, as I told you previously, they have been on red-hot rolls. They have accumulated sizable bankrolls. They are on hot rolls with these particular plays as well. So for them to go to the max, hey, it's totally expected because, as I've told you many, many times, listen, when you're on a roll, it's like being at the craps table. You don't back off when you got a hot roll. You blow on those dice again and you throw them. Same thing. When you're on a roll, the way you take a little bankroll and make it into a mushroom-sized bankroll and explode it is that you've got to take chances when the opportunity presents itself. As for me today, well, yesterday I made it a fourth straight winning day in basketball as I cashed in with a third straight 10-dime winner. I told you I had a home team and a huge, huge rivalry game that was going to absolutely roll by at least 15 points. Well, Colorado State, a 12.5-point favorite, beat Wyoming by 19 in Fort Collins yesterday. That was on the heels of my 10-dime winner on Kansas State by 26 as a 9.5-point home chalk against Texas on Wednesday night, which, of course, you got as a charity play of the week selection. And FYI, guys, if you have not made your donation after taking that play for free, all the details right under the video report. And just as strong as my 10-dime winner in college basketball over on NC State, ending a 13-game losing streak against North Carolina 2 Saturdays ago. Because I've won 4 straight days, that's put me in the position to make today's play 10-dime winner number 4 in a row on your Ravens-Niners side. Now, listen, today, and I'm going to get to your free pick on the over-under in this particular contest in just a moment. Today, people love playing prop plays. Let me just tell you my philosophy about prop plays. Quick story, okay? I worked my way through college selling high-end audio and video equipment, okay? The best of the best. You name the premier names, that's what I sold, and it's still the best of the best today. But where you made your money was selling add-ons. Hey, you came on in, you were buying a nice stereo system, you were buying in those days your cassette deck and your turntable and your receiver. I was selling you the extra speaker wire and the top line gauge speaker wire. I was selling you the cartridge mount for your turntable, and I was selling you the top cartridge for your turntable. I was selling you that extended warranty as well because I wasn't making anything on the units themselves. I was making the commission on selling you the suggested add-ons. I was bumping you up. And hey, if you're going to buy that $129 cartridge for that turntable, my goodness, you got to buy your $15 cleaner for the cartridge, your $15 cleaner for your turntables. You got to buy those protective plastic sleeves. And trust me, guys, I made a fortune doing that, paying for college, okay? That's the same principle as prop plays. Prop plays are a great way for casinos and sports books to line their pockets with riches because you guys out there, you love playing them. Now, that's not to say you can't put money on prop plays. You want to put a little extra cash here and there on the prop plays, but don't play too many of them because, again, it's the same damn 50-50 proposition, but there's even a greater element of luck involved often with prop plays than there is in betting the side or the total of the game itself. And remember, odds makers, casinos, and sports books know that the gambler, by and large, especially for a game of this magnitude, you're an action junkie. So if you're going to be given the opportunity to bet 400 prop plays, oh, they know you're going to go for at least 7, 10, maybe 15 of them. And it's just extra ways to line their pockets with money. That's not to say that you can't make money in the prop plays. Look at Scott Delaney today. He has a pay after you win prop play winner, his best bet prop play winner, and it's his 4th straight winning best bet prop play winner as well. There are guys that do exceptionally well with them. Now, for me, if I had done the TV appearance today, where I came up with something a number of years ago where when I was doing all my media appearances, I looked at all these prop plays because everybody wanted to talk about a prop plays. If I was doing an 8.5-minute interview, I'm telling you, 5.5 minutes of it was about the prop plays. It wasn't about anything about the side. I'll never forget one of my biggest ones in New York a couple years ago. I'm telling everybody, hey, love the Giants against the Patriots when New England was undefeated. Great, but what do you think of those prop plays? Who do you think is going to score first in the game? That's all they wanted to talk about. The whole panel wanted to talk about prop plays, and I'm going, are you effing kidding me? So I decided I'd come up with a little hook. And that hook was the national anthem, the over-under. How quickly it's going to be sung or not sung. Well, guys, I have won the Super Bowl prop play on the national anthem each of the past 5 years. And today, of course, you have Alicia Keys is going to sing it. And Alicia Keys, not one of my favorites. You've had this total for the over-under for the prop play for the Super Bowl national anthem. It was as high as 2:15, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's now, I see, as low as 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And, of course, Alicia Keys says she's going to put her own spin on the national anthem. Do you think Francis Scott Key, when he was sitting at Fort McHenry in Baltimore, which I've been to before many, many years ago, and he was going, hey, I'm going to record ride, you know, all the little lyrics in the song, you know, he's writing them down going, damn it, if I add another difficult word in this sentence, these guys are never going to be able to sing the song in under 1:30. Yes, I'm sure that's what Francis Scott Key was thinking years and years ago. But Alicia Keys says she's going to put her own spin on it. Now, Alicia Keys doesn't go through, usually, the vocal histrionics of like Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, but she's not that straight, narrow singer like Kelly Clarkson who nailed the national anthem like in 1:35 last year. I mean, you know, she likes to extend those words. She likes to add the little vocal inflections, little riffing here and there. I don't particularly like today's play. I was guaranteeing you money on the other previous Star-Spangled anthems. I do like the over, though, however, because there's just something in my mind that Alicia Keys, who died and made her the greatest singer to sing the national anthem? I don't know. Who knows? I guess Justin Bieber wasn't available. I just think it's going to go over. But ultimately, you know what, guys? Listen, you know one of my favorite prop plays for the Super Bowl has been? The coin flip. The coin flip. When I was in 6th grade, my 6th grade elementary school teacher, he had us all sit there one day and flip a nickel 100 times. Well, heads came out more than tails, at least for me and for the majority of the class. And he said, and I'll never forget this, he said, heads generally come out more than tails. There's no documented proof, but heads generally come out more than tails. I've always thought about that. Whenever it came to picking sides in a game, doing a coin flip, betting on it, anything, I've always taken heads. And whenever I hear somebody take tails, I go, you must not have had Mr. Hillman in 6th grade like I did. No. But in reality, guys, here's the deal. And this, I would not make this up, and I just want to get this. A 3-person team from Stanford and UC Santa Cruz a couple years ago did a study on the coin flip. And yes, it's a random 50-50 proposition. However, they did say that after using a high-speed camera, etc., and photographing people flipping the coins and doing nonstop studying on it, that it was more likely, 51% of the time, for the coin to end up on the same side as it started on. So, if you're flipping the coin starting on heads, 51% of the time, it's going to end up on heads. Now, 51% is not exactly a great wager, okay? But then again, it is better than the 50-50 proposition, theoretically, of betting the side. And hell, if you want to just bet the heads or the tails, and I say go ahead and bet heads, you don't even have to watch the game. How about that? You can go out to dinner and not even watch the game. So there is some benefits there, don't you think? As for your other prop plays, listen, I like the over in the national anthem. I like the heads as the coin flip. I don't like any scoring in the first 6 minutes. I say there was no scoring in the first 6 minutes because generally you're going to have two teams that are going to come out and feel each other out. I think you're going to have two teams here that are going to try to establish the run with Ray Rice and Bernard Pierce for Baltimore with Jim Caldwell, although he's opened up the offense and made Joe Flacco so much more deadly here since he's taken over the offensive reins for the Ravens. I still think he's going to come out and try to establish the run just like he did in the New England game, just as he did in the Denver game. At the same time, I think, listen, you look at the Baltimore defense all season long. I've told you how they were overrated and simply just old, and it's proven to be true. I think they're going to come out San Francisco and just pound Frank Gore in the middle and try to soften Ray Lewis and the Ravens up. Another interesting prop play. I like the Ravens to have the most penalties in the contest. It's like a minus 120 proposition, but I like the Ravens to have more penalties here. Fumbles lost. I like the over 1.5 fumbles lost in the game. It's plus $1.30. It's plus money. I know Ray Rice normally doesn't fumble the ball. Gee, wasn't the case in the Denver game, right? So I like fumbles over at plus $1.30. Baltimore total rushing yards. I think the under is a play with 104 yards. I just don't think Rice and Pierce are going to be that effective. So I like the under and Baltimore's total rushing yards, which I've seen set usually around 104 yards. Let's see, is there any other particular? I'd written down a couple other notes here for a prop play. Let me just look real quick for you. Nope. That's pretty much it. Those are the prop plays I like the most. So, again, just to recap, national anthem to go over, heads to be your coin flip, no scoring in the first 6 minutes of the game, Ravens to have more penalties than the 49ers, fumbles lost, I say the over at 1.5 fumbles, Baltimore total rushing, I say the under with 104 yards, and then in terms of your total today, guys, I like the over. Yeah, I like the over. Listen, with Kaepernick at quarterback, you have seen a San Francisco team that is so much more explosive. At the same time, you have seen a San Francisco team that defensively, the final 5 games of the season, gave up 28 points a game. Matter of fact, if you take out that game against Arizona, where the Cardinals, because I wasn't available, they decided to start Brian Hoyer at quarterback, their 4th stringer. You got that joke in between there. If you take out that game, they gave up 32 points a game in their final 4 games. Meanwhile, the Ravens couldn't stop anybody all season. And now that they've opened up the offense, they've certainly been dynamic offensively here in the postseason. I just think that this price is low. I like the over in the game. Am I going to bet the total? No. I like the side. Am I going to bet any of these prop plays? I'm just telling you right now, I'm not betting a single one of them, but you want prop plays, I'm giving them to you guys. And again, you have your money-saving discount coupon code, so you know what the deal is there. Hey, FYI, didn't notice, had a couple of changes in handicappers here on Friday. Matt Rivers does have a play today. I think he had won 16 out of 21 days prior to Friday. Matt Rivers is no longer an everyday handicapper. As I mentioned to you before, he's a charter member at this site. Matt also happens to run a huge valet parking service down in South Florida. Company responsibilities, although he's been winning, he just wants to try, instead of being an everyday handicapper, go more the Shawn Michaels route and simply release plays on days that he really finds a selection he loves. When he offered me that, he threw up that idea, I said, hey, absolutely. I mean, the guy's made money for guys over the years here, and again, a charter member of the site. I said goodbye to Chuck O'Brien. His contract expired January 31st. We parted as friends. I mean, he was very successful here at the site, especially in baseball the past couple of years. Great run in the NFL early this season as well, but he decided he wanted to go his own way, and I'm not going to stop him. Bob Valentino, his contract expired, although he hit 4 out of 5 guaranteed plays here over the past month. He didn't hit a hell of a lot else, so parted company with him. Brought in 2 new guys. Brad Wilton, Wilton is how you pronounce his name. He's a guy that, much as like Anthony Red, lives in Vegas. A-Red met him. He's a sportsbook junkie, just like A-Red, who I think sleeps at sportsbooks overnight. And also brought back Brett Atkins, who was here at some of the sites that you're seeing this video about 2.5 years ago. Had a very successful 1-year run, and then, we had a little difference of opinion. He decided to walk away. When he was interested in coming back into the online business for the first time since leaving, absolutely I took him back. This is a guy who I just respect his opinion. I like the way he picks games. I think he's a good handicapper. So I added him to the site as well. Also going to be a guy, Brian Rosica. I don't know if he's going to start with his first play today, but he was added to the site overnight as he's up to speed on how to program it. You can read the bios of all these guys on their respective websites. Good luck to you all today, guys. And remember, never bet more than you can afford to lose, and that way you always avoid the financial abyss. And I will talk to you again come Monday.